John had always been a sporty guy. In high school, he was the star quarterback of the football team and the captain of the basketball team. He loved the thrill of competition and the rush of adrenaline that came with playing sports. But after graduation, John's life took a turn for the worse. He struggled to find a job and lost touch with many of his friends from high school. His parents were constantly nagging him to get his act together, but he just couldn't seem to shake the feeling of emptiness that had settled inside of him. As the years went by, John sank deeper and deeper into depression. He stopped exercising and gained weight, which only made him feel worse about himself. But one day, something inside of him snapped. He realized that he missed the feeling of being an athlete, and he made a decision to turn his life around. John started working out again, and although it was tough at first, he soon found that the endorphins from exercise made him feel better than he had in years. He set a goal for himself, to become a competitive triathlete. At first, John struggled to keep up with the other athletes at the gym. He was overweight and out of shape, and he felt like he would never be able to compete at their level. But he refused to give up. John trained every day, rain or shine. He pushed himself harder than he ever had before, and slowly but surely, he started to see results. He lost weight, gained muscle, and became faster and stronger than he ever thought possible. As John's physical health improved, so did his mental health. He started to feel like himself again, and the depression that had plagued him for so long began to lift. And eventually, after months of training, John entered his first triathlon. It was a grueling race, but John pushed himself to his limits and beyond. And when he crossed the finish line, exhausted but triumphant, he felt a sense of pride and accomplishment that he hadn't felt in years. He knew that he had found his passion once again, and that nothing could hold him back now. From that day on, John devoted himself to becoming the best triathlete he could be. He trained tirelessly, traveled the world to compete in races, and inspired others to pursue their dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. And although there were setbacks along the way, John never lost sight of his goal. Years later, John looked back on his journey with a sense of gratitude and amazement. He had come so far from the depressed guy he once was, and he knew that his journey wasn't over yet. But he also knew that as long as he kept moving forward, there was nothing he couldn't achieve.